Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Gare here with another pickups video for you. And I got a lot of really cool stuff to show you guys. I really honestly didn't get a whole lot garage sailing this week, which is really a big disappointment. But definitely what I got throughout the week more than makes up for it, so I'm not going to complain one bit. I went garage sailing. I was feeling pretty spunky this week. I went garage sailing twice. Usually I go on Saturdays, but since I'm not in school or working right now at the moment for the next couple weeks, you know, I decided I'd try to go on Friday because there's still a lot of sales in the area on Fridays. So I was trying to get there and beat a lot of people that get there before I do and try to get the good stuff. But it really backfired on me. I really didn't come out with much at all on Friday or today. So it was definitely a bummer. But like I said, the stuff that I did get throughout the week, I'm very excited to show you guys. So, without further ado, I'll go ahead and start showing you what I got. Okay, so this first little session here I'm going to show you guys, this is definitely a majority of what I got this week, and it's by far, probably, I mean, it's one of the best pickups I've done in a long time. I spent quite a bit of money to get all this stuff, but as you guys will see, the titles here are just absolutely high quality stuff. I couldn't be happier with what I got, and I got a fantastic deal on it. So I'll go ahead and start showing you guys everything here, and I'll give you an idea of what I paid for it at the end. So the only PSP game that I saw that was there, most of the stuff here is PS2, as you'll see. But anyway, the only PSP game that I grabbed, I was really happy to get this nonetheless. It's Growlancer Wayfarer of Time. Looks like a really interesting RPG. The only GameCube game that they had, again, is, you know, this isn't really too special, but it's Dance Dance Revolution Mario Mix. I've got it in the box, so this is kind of nice to have out in the, you know, with the rest of the games. Grabbed a couple PlayStation 1 games, and these are nothing special at all, but they're really cheap, and they're the long box versions, which some of you guys may know. I'm trying to get as many of the long box PlayStation 1 games as I can. I don't know what it is about them. They're just really, they have a really unique look to them. I really like them a lot. I think it's when the original PlayStation came out, these were the kind of cases that were first, the games were first coming out in. And I just thought they were so cool. I was like, you know, 9 or 10 years old, so I just was blown away by them. And they look really cool on the display. You know, they're very unique. Most games come in the jewel cases. So anyway, I'm rambling on again. I grabbed NFL Game Day, which is complete. It's in really good shape. This was only 50 cents. And same with this one, Off-World Interceptor Extreme. So like I said, nothing special. They're dirt cheap, and they're in really good shape, so I had to grab them. The other PlayStation 1 games I grabbed, these are very awesome titles. I wish they had more of these, but I was still happy to get these nonetheless. They're in fantastic shape. I got Saga Frontier 2, which I still need to get the first one. But this is obviously complete in great shape. And also grabbed Vagrant Story, which the case on the back is a little cracked. I don't know if you guys can see that. And also the manual is missing. But they priced this very, very low, and plus I got a great deal, so I was really happy to grab a couple more RPG titles. Okay, so this is this is where it gets really exciting. You know, as most of you guys know, I'm trying to get a complete GameCube collection, so I've been really trying to focus on that. But on the same merit, just because I have such a vast PlayStation 2 collection, I'm also kind of trying to go for a complete collection. I'm not like trying to bend over backwards to do so, but I'm trying to get all the high-quality titles for the system I can. I love the PlayStation 2. It's a fantastic system. So many high-quality games for that system. So the fact that I grabbed all of these games I did not have, and they are certainly A-plus titles, and I got such a great deal on these. I was really happy. I was blown away when I walked in there. So basically, I went into the pawn shop, the one that I tell you guys about all the time, that I've been kind of skittish about lately because I've been using price charting for their prices. Somebody obviously went in, they sold off their entire PlayStation 2, PlayStation 1 collection, and whoever it was, they had like great quality and taste. I mean, these are, like I said, these are great games once you see what I'm talking about, and they took absolutely wonderful care of them. Like, there's nothing wrong with any of them. They're all complete, they're fantastic condition. So, I went crazy. I spent a lot more money than I usually do, or that I planned on when I went in there. But again, when you guys see what I got, it's just, it's amazing. Yeah, so first up here, Mega Man X8. I'm trying to get all the Mega Man games that there are, so that's, you know, one more in the system. Mega Man X Command Mission, which I did not realize I had, so this is a double, so if any of you guys are needing this, definitely let me know, for sure. This one I was really happy to get, because it can go for a little bit. Tales of Legendia, which is another series I'm trying to get all the games for. I was really happy to get this one. They actually had it marked way lower than what it's worth, so I'm thinking they looked up Dark Cloud 1 or something like that. But so that just gave it away. But Dark Cloud 2, I was really happy to get this. This is a pretty pricey game, so very happy about that one. Picked up Phantasy Star Universe, Castle Shikigami 2, Guilty Gear X2, which I love these games. The music is just fantastic. They have some of the best music soundtracks I've ever heard. This one I was really stoked to get, and this one I may be trading off here pretty soon, but it's Mega Man X Collection. Fantastic series of games. The only reason I might be trading this off is somebody I know has it for the GameCube, and we might be just swapping, which would be amazing. So there's that first stack. Okay, so down to the last bit of games that I got from the pawn shop. This one's really nothing too special. It just looks weird. It's got huge boobs on the cover, so I couldn't pass it up. It's Leisure Suit Larry Magna Cum Laude. I don't know if it's any good. I really don't know anything about it, but it just looked really unique. This one is One Piece Grand Adventure. Next up is Mega Man The Anniversary Collection. Neo Contra, which I honest to God don't know anything about this one, but it's a Contra series, so I really couldn't pass it up. It looks really interesting, so I might have to give that one a go. Street Fighter Alpha Anthology. I haven't played these games in a long time, but anytime there's a compilation disc like this, it's really hard for me to pass up, so had to grab that. Soul Calibur 3. This one, it was just really cheap. It's the only reason I picked it up and I didn't have it. Shocks. Next up is Grandia 3. And I think, I'm probably going to butcher how you say this. I think it's Ys. Ys, is that how you say it? Ys, the Ark of oh my god. Napithim? Yeah, there's that game. Oh god, wow, that was much more difficult than I anticipated saying that loud. In my head it sounded really intelligent, but this one I was very happy to get. Like it's a very pricey game. It's pretty hard to find, and it finally completes my collection of it. Xenosaga Episode 3 in fantastic shape. I was so happy to get this finally. This is another game I was really happy to get. I'm a huge fan of the series, but it's Gradius 5, or Gradius, I'm not sure how you say it. And the last game that I picked up there was the Metal Slug Anthology. And this is a compilation disc. It's got Metal Slug 1, 2, X, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And these games are so much fun. I used to go to the arcade when I was a kid, or actually to the bowling alley where I lived. And they had one of these cabinets there. I played the living crap out of it, so I'm really excited to go play through these again. And they actually have several more games that I haven't purchased quite yet, just because I spent quite a bit on all this stuff. So I'm going to go back later this week, see if they still have any of it left, and try to pick up whatever's left over. But I did grab a few more things, so let me grab them and show you that. They had one NES game that I've been trying to get for a long time, and it was the only one that I had that was worth buying. And so I was really happy to get this. Also picked up Castlevania 3 Dracula's Curse. It's got like a little ding there on the front, but I could really care less. I'm really glad to own the whole trilogy. So that was really cool to get. And picked up a couple of 3DS games. So if you guys watched my video last week, I was telling you guys about that deal that Best Buy was having where, you know, they were having a sale. You go buy one 3DS title, you get one for free. And it's funny because I'm the one that put the news out there, and I, like a jackass, waited till the last minute to go do it. So by the time I got there, they had no more games left. Like, they were totally sold out. The only games they had left was Mario Party, and they had like a plethora of them. So I totally missed out on the deal. But luckily, these were at the pawn shop, and I'm pretty sure that's probably what somebody did. They bought them, played them, sold them to the pawn shop, made a few bucks. So anyway, I got Mario Golf World Tour, and picked this one up. I'm really excited to play it. It's got mixed reviews, but Yoshi's New Island, it looks like a lot of fun. I'm a huge fan of Yoshi, so these are really cool to add for sure. So the rest of the items, they're not game related. They're Blu-rays, which... you know, you guys that follow my Facebook page, I said I was going to start doing this like as a separate video. This is going to be the last time I show these, just because it was part of this deal, and I just want to give you guys an idea of how good of a deal it was. So I also picked up, you know, a pretty good stack of Blu-rays here, mostly kind of horror films, which I was pretty glad to get. But I picked up Quarantine, really, the Spanish version I saw, which is Record, was really good. The Possession, really don't know anything about it. Awesome, awesome martial arts movie. Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon. Every time I see this, I want to say Crouching Tiger, Hidden Penis because of old school. And if you guys that have seen it, you know exactly what I'm talking about. House of Flying Daggers. And a movie that I've never seen, but it looks really interesting, is 12 Monkeys. So yeah, all those games that I got from the pawn shop. I'm trying to think. I got to do the math here. Give me one sec. Okay, so yeah, at this point of the day, my brain's just fried. So anyway, for this whole stack of games plus these Blu-rays, I got everything for 150 bucks, which I know, like I said, it's quite a bit of money. It's more than I would typically like to spend on games. But these are such high-quality games. They're not exactly titles that you come across every day. And retail, I almost guarantee, is worth probably triple what I paid for it. You know, they have them marked pretty well, a little bit under retail, but they, you know, since I'm such a regular customer, they cut me a fantastic deal. So I really couldn't be happier. I am just so incredibly excited to add, you know, these quality of PlayStation 2 games to my collection. I couldn't be happier about it. Okay, so next up here is another set of things that I'm really excited about. I was just completely blown away when I got these. If you guys remember a while back, there's a gentleman by the name of Corey who I've been buying a lot of stuff from. The first deal I got from him was that huge tote that was full of, you know, a lot of Sega things, like a Sega Dreamcast and a whole bunch of games. He's the guy I got the Sega CDX from, and he's also the same guy I got the boxed Castlevania games from. He's an awesome dude. He's very talented with music. He knows games. He's just an overall very cool dude. But anyway, I had him come over a couple days ago, you know, to kind of show him the game room, just to kind of hang out and talk for a while. And he brought with him a little bag that was full of stuff. I didn't think much of it at first, but then he showed me what was in there, and my heart about stopped because I saw some really shiny, nice NES boxes in there. And, you know, at first I thought they were new games that he just found. So, of course, I mean, I couldn't wait. I couldn't wait to dig through the bag to see what was in there. But he told me that he went back to his dad's house to kind of dig through some stuff, and he found a lot of the boxes for, you know, a pretty good majority of the games that I bought from him. And they were just, I was completely just blown away with how good of shape they're still in. You know, the fact that they're this old, he took such good care of his stuff. I was just floored by that. I mean, the boxes, they look like they're brand new. I mean, they're still shiny, they're still in really good shape. A lot of them still have the styrofoam in the bottom. Most of them still have the manuals. So I couldn't believe that he had those. And then the fact that he gave them to me for free, like I was speechless. You know, I was trying so hard to go through my collection and find something that, you know, just a couple things to give to him just to show my appreciation, but he just wouldn't have it. You know, so at first I was like, well, maybe, you know, he's secretly trying to, you know, see the man goods. So I kind of awkwardly was like bending over, you know, trying to show him a little something, but you know, he wasn't having it. He was just being a really cool guy. It was just his way of saying thank you for throwing so much money my way, basically. So, Corey, if you're watching this, dude, thank you so very much. I truly appreciate it. I didn't have a whole lot of box NES games to begin with. And, you know, there's probably like 10 or 12 here that I get to add, and they're just in such amazing shape. I'm so very glad about that. And he said he's got one or two more that he's going to throw my way. So, again, thank you so much, dude. You're awesome. Like, you really are, man. So anyway, I'll show you guys what he gave me here. So for the first stack here, this was one I was really excited to get. This was a game I loved growing up. So it's really awesome to have it complete. But it's Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers, and like I said, as you guys can tell, these are in fantastic shape. So there's that. A game my wife absolutely loves, one of her favorites, Rampage. And this one's probably the worst out of the bunch. I mean, it's got a little bit of crushing on the top, but it's still in really great shape, if that tells you anything. Next up is Dick Tracy. Horrible game, but I love the box art. It's really colorful and bright. I really like it. The Karate Kid, and as you guys will see, there's a lot of LJN titles in here, so it's great to have them in boxes, but they're horrible games. Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure. This one's really cool. It's a black box title, so I'm really happy to get these. Mock Rider. And then the last one in the stack is The Adventures of Dino Ricky. For the last little stack of games here, or the boxes here, this is the only one I did not have the game for. So I'll just have to track the game down. Not a big deal. but it's Disney Adventures in the Magic Kingdom. Next up is The Simpsons, Bart vs. the Space Mutants. Skate or Die. another gold one. Back to the Future. Nightshade. Commando. And another black box title, Hogan's Alley. And he said that he actually found the box for DuckTales, which he's going to throw my way, which, again, I'm so super excited to get that one, because DuckTales was another one of my favorite games growing up. So I cannot wait to get that again. And again, thank you, Corey, again, so much, dude. That was so awesome of you. I can't wait to put these up on display. Alright, so these next items here, these are some Nintendo 64 games that I picked up at a thrift store that I go to all the time. Usually they don't have anything gaming related, but you know, I go a couple times a week, every week, just to make sure, because sometimes they do get some pretty good stuff in there. And I'm really glad that I went this day, because they had a fantastic lot of Nintendo 64 games. She had them priced pretty well to begin with, but by the time I bought this entire stack of them, I got a great deal. So, about half of them I already had, but I just couldn't really pass them up, so I'm trading these off. The other half, you know, they're games I didn't have, so I'm definitely glad to add them to the collection. So for the stack of games that I did own, so these are doubles. Donkey Kong 64, Pokemon Stadium 2, Mario Party 2, Pokemon Stadium, Star Fox 64, and Super Mario 64, of course. And then for the stack of games that I did not have, so these are actually going into my collection. This is Space Station Silicon Valley, Dark Rift, Biofreaks, Pokemon Puzzle League, Robotron 64, Rush 2 Extreme Racing USA, and the last one here is Fighter's Destiny. And she had several more games, like probably 10 more of them, but you know, they were like wrestling games, sports games, which I probably should have picked up, because as far as Nintendo games go, I'm trying to get, you know, as many games as I can for all the systems. But on the same merit, I have so much crap in my collection. I'm trying to get more quantity, or I'm trying to get more quality titles over quantity, because I just don't have the room for them. So I'm trying to be more choosy about what I get. But like I said, basically, you know, she had these marked at $5 a piece, and by the time we kind of worked out a deal, they turned out to be about $3 a piece, so I really couldn't complain. I mean, this was a really great deal. There were some really great titles in there. So on to the last items that I got that are non-garage sale related. This is actually a trade I did with a fellow YouTuber. This is from the All Gen Game Hunter. Really awesome guy. If you guys haven't checked out his channel yet, you really should. He finds some awesome deals, like he really does. I'm not sure exactly what kind of area he lives in. I want to say like North Carolina, but the stuff that the guy brings in his videos are just fantastic. He gets really great items on a weekly basis. So definitely check him out. He's a really great guy. We worked out a trade. Basically, a couple weeks ago, I saw a video where he got Splatterhouse 2 for the Genesis. I absolutely love the Splatterhouse series. I'm a huge horror film, you know, fanatic, and especially since that game is pretty much like, you know, it's basically like a horror film in a video game. It was just right up my alley, and it's a really sought after game. It's one I've been looking for a couple of years now. So I saw that he got it in a video, and I commented on it, you know, kind of congratulating him on it. And he sent me a message back saying that, you know, he doesn't collect for the Genesis, so it was up for trade. And my heart, you know, I got tachycardia. I got really excited when he said that. So, you know, for about a couple weeks, I was desperately trying to find some stuff that he was interested in to work out a trade. We finally worked something out. So I'm very happy to show you guys here what we got worked out. And he sent me, you know, some really awesome extras. I'm just completely impressed by the guy. He's super nice for throwing this stuff in. But the first item I'm going to show you, this is the prize, obviously. It's Splatterhouse 2 in the box, in fantastic shape. The cartridge is in excellent shape, the box is. The only downer was it was missing the manual, but you know what? I don't even care. I'm so happy to finally add this to the collection. So very, very happy to get this finally. For the PS1, this is something that was not part of the trade, but he threw in anyway, and it's something I didn't have, so I'm really grateful to get this. Ape Escape, which is actually a really fun game. I used to play this a lot a long time ago when it first came out. So that was really awesome of him to do. Got Rune Factory for the Nintendo DS. I love this series, so I'm trying to get all the ones that I can for it. Next up, when I saw this, this is something we didn't, work out, that he just threw this in. But it's Rune Factory 3. And I assumed it was complete. It's just the case in the manual. But the fact that he threw this in for free was still really nice. It was something he didn't have to do. So that was really cool as well. I'm really glad to get that. So now I just need to get the game for it. This is a game I used to adore as a kid. I played the crap out of it. And so when he said that he had it, I had to pick it up. It's Boogerman for the Sega Genesis. It's a goofy game. If you guys have ever played it, you know exactly what I'm talking about. And this is the version that I played growing up, so I'm so happy to finally get this again. I need to get the box for it, but that was really cool to get for sure. Another game we worked out was The Revenge of Shinobi. I absolutely love the Shinobi series, so this is really cool to get. And then the rest of these items here are things that he threw in just out of the kindness of his heart. So again, thanks, man. It was really awesome. Frogger's Adventure Temple of the Frog for the Game Boy Advance. Another GBA game, the Namco Museum. A Nintendo DS game here, which is Might and Magic Clash of Heroes. And then I couldn't believe he threw this in. This is like one of my favorite games ever, and I don't know how he knew this. Maybe it's just for my personality that he picked this up, but I about had a panic attack when he sent this because I've been wanting this for so long. Whew! Yeah. Anyway, Evergirl. Oh, yeah! I was so excited. Like, I love this game. It's so much fun. I've never played it. I'm just kidding. He probably sent it for my daughter because he knows my kids in my videos a lot, so he probably sent it for her. But yeah, it was still a kind gesture. I got a laugh out of it when he sent it to me. But yeah, it was still nice nonetheless. And this was really cool. I actually don't own anything like this, but it's a Sega Dreamcast VMU. I think that's what it's called, a VMU memory card with a little screen on it. I don't have anything like this. I've just got the plain memory cards. So that was really, really awesome of him to do. And of course, he sent a nice little letter here. It smells like he put his cologne on there, so that's nice. He didn't, I'm just kidding. But he addressed me as Gare Bear. That's awesome. So it says, Gare Bear, thanks for the trade, man. I'm glad we were able to work something out. I hope you enjoy the games as well as the few little extras I tossed in. I can think of one GBA game you will especially like, which is probably the Evergirl one. I look forward to trading again in the future. Thanks, Chip. Ag! Is that what it said? Ag? Oh, All Gen Game Hunter. I see. I gotcha. My bad. So yeah, again, I'm just really happy with this trade. He was a very awesome guy to throw that stuff in. So if you're watching this, man, you should hopefully get your stuff Monday or Tuesday. I sent it out last week. So yeah, hope you get it soon. Okay, so now we're gonna move on to what I got garage sailing the last couple days. It's really disappointing. I know I've complained before about striking out with garage sailing, but this is the absolute worst. Because like I said, I went yesterday and today, and I just could not find anything. The vast majority of people, they just didn't have video games at all. Either they sold them off or they've never owned them. And another really big thing that I ran into today was they would put in their Craigslist ad the fact that they had video games. So, of course, the sharks were there first thing in the morning, snatched them up. And it was really discouraging because I heard that a lot the last couple days. So anyway, I'll show you the few things I got games garage sailing, which, like I said, there's nothing really impressive at all, but it was good to find something, just period, I guess. So I picked up a Tiger Electronic video game here, nothing special at all. It's called Sub Wars. I don't know, these things are kind of cool. I mean, they suck donkey. They're horrible, but they're just kind of cool to collect, so I had to pick it up. It was only $1. Another sale that I went to, they really didn't have much at all again, but they had a couple items, and they were marked really cheap, so I had to pick them up. Picked up a fat PS2, which it's only got a memory card and a couple of controllers, no cables or anything like that. But it's only $5, so I mean I can probably figure something out to do with this. And at the same sale, they also had a couple PS3 games. Most of them were sports titles, so I passed those up. The only thing I picked up that looked halfway decent that I didn't have was Red Dead Redemption, and it was only $2. So I was really happy to pick that up finally. Next up here is a stack of Super Nintendo games that I got. I went to a sale, I walked up, and they actually had quite a few gaming items, but unfortunately it was stuff that either I already had or they were just way overpriced. Like, I wasn't going to touch the prices on those. I saw this little bag there, opened it up, and I saw a whole bunch of Super Nintendo games. So of course, you know, right away my heart, you know, skipped a beat because I just couldn't imagine what was in there. But it really, unfortunately, wasn't anything exciting. It was, you know, mostly sports games, but I picked them up because I pretty much talked them down to $1 a piece on these. And for that, on a Super Nintendo game, you really can't pass it up. So anyway, this first stack here, these are games I didn't have, so these are going in my collection. Picked up Madden 95, Street Fighter 2, which I've got Street Fighter 2, but it's the not for resale edition. I don't know if that's a hard variant to pick up, but this is the regular one here. Picked up FIFA International Soccer, Cliffhanger, WWF WrestleMania the arcade game, and Super Black Bass. And then this next stack here, these are games that I already had, so these are just, I don't know, I'll probably bundle them with the Super Nintendo to get rid of. But anyway, so there's NBA Jam. Of course, no collections complete without this. Super Mario World. NBA Live 96. Super Off-Road. Mortal Kombat. And NBA Jam Tournament Edition. So like I said, these were basically about $1 a piece. I got these for $15. So, you know, it was a pretty good deal all in all, because Super Nintendo games, they're getting harder to come by, they're getting expensive. So, I was still happy to come across these regardless of what I say. Okay, so now we're down to the last few items I got garage sailing. Again, it's nothing spectacular. This was actually the first sale that I went to this morning, so I really had high hopes that I was going to have really good luck all day. But this was, honest to God, this was actually... I think this is the only sale that I went to today that had games. No, there was one other one, but they were, you know, crappy PS2 games. So anyway, these were $1 a piece, so I was glad to grab them just to add more Game Boy games to the collection. So first up is Tasmania. Next up is Arcade Classics 2, Centipede and Millipede. And the last one here, I was actually pretty happy to get this. Super Return of the Jedi. You know, big Star Wars fan, so I didn't even know they made these for the Game Boy, so that was a pretty cool addition to add. And the nice thing was they all had these little, you know, the protective cases for them, so that was really nice. So for $3 for these, I really can't complain. I was pretty happy to get these. Okay, okay, this is the last thing I'll show you guys. I know it's not gaming related at all, but I had to show it. It's something really, really cool that's just really near and dear to me. I went to a garage sale. It was a nice little Japanese family from Okinawa, Japan. And they had some really cool stuff, you know, that they brought with them from the country. So I picked up a lot of stuff because I'm just obsessed with Japanese culture. I picked up some really cool Japanese lamps, a couple other items, a whole bunch of toys for my kids. That was actually a bulk of what I got today was toys for my kids. But this last thing that I picked up, it's so freaking cool. I couldn't pass it up, and they sold it for so cheap. I had to show you guys. I'm sure none of you care, but it's a really just gorgeous Japanese tea set. I've been wanting, you know, like an authentic Japanese tea set for a long time. I just never came across a decent set for a good price, but I got this whole set for $5, and I'm just so happy with it. I'll try to show you guys here. It's just got gorgeous, gorgeous designs on it. As you can see, it's got a colorful dragon on it. The artwork is really, really nice, and it's all in really great shape. So there's the actual tea spout, I guess. Here is the sake pourer, which I'll probably use quite a bit. I love me some sake. And then, of course, you know, the little teacups. They're just absolutely beautiful. I couldn't pass this up. And the tray itself, I'll show you guys here. Okay, so the tray itself, again, it's really gorgeous. I absolutely love it. It's got a pagoda. I think that's how you say it. I'm probably putting too much Japanese into it. But a pagoda. and it's got, you know, the cherry blossoms, the mountains in Japan. It's an absolutely gorgeous tray. For any of you guys that are really into Japanese culture, you guys can really appreciate this. Really, really cool tea set. So if any of you guys are ever in the great state of Missouri, let me know. You guys can come by. We can have some tea together or do some sake shots. It'll be fun. Alright guys, so that's everything that I got this week. I really hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope you guys like everything that I got. I'm sure you guys can appreciate the PS2 games, and especially the box NES games. I was just completely blown away with those items. I cannot wait to make room for them and put them up on the shelf. It's going to look absolutely awesome. So yeah, that's everything I got, guys. So as always, if you don't mind, you know, like, subscribe, comment, all that goofy stuff. Check out the Facebook page. For you guys that follow me on Facebook, a lot of this stuff is not new to you. You guys have seen this because I take pictures of what I get throughout the week and kind of throw it up on there. So, yeah, definitely do all that. And again, thank you guys for watching. I truly appreciate you guys. And, yeah, I'll see you soon. Take care.